You are on the right path, right? Okay. You're on the right path. Yeah. And so please know that you don't have to do it alone. Ask for what you want and what you need always, right?
I meditate and prayer every day to God and the seraphim angels for assistance. They come around and help me from time to time because God personally got involved.
Good. You can call upon us at any time, right? And we will be there to assist you. But, you know, the truth of the matter is that there's purposeful good in all that has transpired up to this point.
Okay.
It may not look like it.
Right.
But there's purposeful good. All is actually in divine order. And you're going to start to like come out of the forest. What we see is that moving through the end of the year and coming into the new year, your landscape changes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Landscape changes. So please just keep showing up, doing your inner work, because that's what it's all about.
Yes,
right?
It is. Yeah.
Inner healing work.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for the inspiration. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And please, for all of you, remember that the path of the spiritual warrior or warrioress is not for the faint of heart. It is not the easiest path to choose because of what is occurring upon your earth plane. So please be aware that you are all light workers. You are all foraging the warrior stance to break through the paradigms, to make changes in your world, to bring more light to that which is dark here. And so when you set out to be on the spiritual path, sometimes it can seem very lonely and isolating and dark at times. Get some help. Reach out to others. Find sacred allies. Find like-minded warriors who are working through some of the same issues or have worked through those issues and can help and assist you upon your path. It is quite much like in a school environment where you have the elders and you have the juveniles and then you even have the little babies, you know, the kinders. So consider the mix of your spiritual family having all different levels of experience and sophistication upon the journey.
Thank you.
And be willing to be a learner.
I am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you will become a friend, right?
I will. Thank you.
Receive
I definitely
support.
will.
Receive support, right?
I need it. Thank you.
Everybody, just take a nice deep breath, everyone. Let go of all that energy that we had the mix up and just letting it all go. So we appreciate you all being here in the consciousness of wanting to be here. We appreciate that. All right. Sue Beth, you have a question for us?
Yes, thank you. This is on the personal side, but it may have things that relate to a lot of people. My husband passed about exactly 8 years ago. And it's taken until now almost for me to even begin to get curious about him. You know, where is he, what he's doing and all that stuff. And I'm so puzzled about that. I have sometimes little conferences with angels and my guides and my best friend who passed and my brother who passed, but I never even think to invite him, my husband. And so I don't know if, you know, I'm so surprised that there's been no contact, although I haven't wanted any. I haven't looked for any or tried for any, but I'm just wondering why am I apathetic, if that is what it, or why am I I just wonder what's going on with him, what's going on with our relationship. Do we have a relationship, or is it gone? Or I kind of got a message that I don't know if it was right, but that I had some work to do, before he would be allowed to contact me. That sounded kind of weird because I never think of people being allowed or not allowed once they cross over. So I'm just wondering if there's anything that you can enlighten me with, or
Well, for me, beloved, I see that he is around you. He is a silent watcher, though. And I do recognize that the two of you indeed have a relationship. You will always have a relationship. There is, on the soul plane, the two of you spent many, many years together. So forging that invitation, he was always a quiet one in your relationship, yes?
Mhm.
And he is not standoffish, but he always allows and makes room and space for you in your process. And so what we are noticing is he's there lovingly caring for you in a spiritual heavenly way, safeguarding, just being a watcher and being a helpful observer for you. He has sent you messages and indications of his presence. It is for you to be aware of this as well.
Maybe I'm not open to him.
It is not that you are not open, you are just distracted and busy, and you have lots of things for yourself to focus upon, and this helps to alleviate the grief patterns as well.
Mhm.
Of being of his absence. But you can begin now to forge that spiritual relationship. It is almost like he is there in non-physical form. Have a conversation with him. Say
Mhm.
hello to him. Perhaps tell him, I love you, miss you. But
Right.
Not very often, though.
Are you able to hear us, Connie?
yes,
Okay, because everything on this side is frozen, so we are just going to chat for a moment. All right, Subette, when you say you have not wanted a relationship, you know, those that have passed will not infringe upon that. So if you do desire to have a relationship from those that pass, it is you that must open the door. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
okay. We hope this has been helpful for you, beloved.
Thank you.
Yes, and please know that it's just a matter of you tuning in and saying yes to saying, I would like to have the relationship begin again.
Right.
Begin.
I'll invite you to one of the meetings. But it's 8 years is long enough, I guess, for me to have a vacation.
Right.
I wondered if I was just mad at. I wonder if I'm still
Whatever
mad
that
at him. Yeah.
Well, that is part of the grief process, beloved. That is
Oh yes.
one
That's right.
aspect of the cycle of grief. So
Right.
not to despair, and just allow yourself to be where you are with it, with unconditional love. There is no judgment where you are or how you have to be in relation with this beloved. He is not judging you in any way whatsoever.
Oh.
Nor is anyone in the spiritual realm. You are not being judged, ladies and gentlemen. You are who you are. Please come to us with that open, enigmatic way that you want to be received, and give us your pain and your sorrow just exactly in the form in which it shows up. You don't have to change or pretend or create facades in order for yourself to be loved by those in the spirit realm. For the truth is, we can see through it, much of it anyway.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. Hope this is helpful. All right, Michael, we see you. Hello. Is that how you pronounce it? Michael or Michael?
Michael, but however you want to say it is fine.
Okay, Michael.
I have a question for Metatron. I had been guided to learn about a visitation that I have almost no memory of, and I wanted to see what information Metatron had for me about that.
About the visitation?
Yes.
All right. We are having some technical difficulties on this end, so please bear with us. And so what we are seeing is that you've had more than one visitation, my friend, and that there have been peak times in your life where you are either aware of being visited or you are visited within the dream time. As a young person, you had some very vivid visitations, right? You have lineage, my friend, that is more than just human lineage. Does this make some sense to you?
I understand what you're saying, but it's not something that necessarily I had thought about.
Okay, so it's there whether you are conscious of it or not. And so what has been occurring is that at different times you're being visited by, let's call it your family, all right? You have a blending of galactic and what we're going to call angelic lineage, okay? And so the importance of these visitations is to help you to recall, to remember. So if you will not think about the visitations, but feel them and know in your intuition what feels right to you, that is where you will find richer, deeper understanding of these visitations for you. All right.
Are you getting any help with your experiences, beloved?
Not currently.
Okay. It might assist you greatly for you to reach out and just suggest a guided meditation with someone who is in the realm of understanding, connection to spirit, and already seeking and speaking and working with them consciously. It is really about going from the unconscious to the conscious for you. It is a bit still in the space between your conscious awareness and your unconscious awareness. And you really just want to move yourself closer to the beings to become in full awareness, conscious awareness of their existence and their presence in your life. They are there always. They have always been your entire life form. In fact, your whole soul form, lifetime after lifetime. And you are just having remembrances and recollections, as many people here on this call have had these same phenomena and experiences. So seek some assistance and help, and you will find enormous satisfaction in what you begin to discover about your own self.
Okay, thank you.
It is like watching a flower blossom or bloom.
Indeed, we've kind of dangled a bit of a carrot today, right? Because this is much deeper than just this kind of a call, right?
And you want it to be much deeper for what work you are here to do and impart into the world. Why your soul incarnated was to work with these beings from the other side, and you do all the legwork, the heavy lifting, so to speak, here in the earth plane. All right. So we'll talk about some of the ways that you can seek to pursue the relationship in a bit, right?
Thank you.
We hope this has been helpful for you. All right. Hello, beloveds. How's everyone doing? We'd love to have some questions, or we see a few more hands. Amy. Hello, Amy. Welcome.
Hello, thank you very much.
Hello. Do you have a question?
I do. A few weeks ago during a meditation, I had channeled in and began speaking what I believe was a light language.
Mm.
And my question is, is how I maintain that high frequency. I really feel resonated with it and to help heal others. So I keep trying to tap into that frequency again, and I just don't know. Maybe I'm trying to force it too much.
It's a beautiful thing. You're having a spontaneous occurrence of your soul language. So it is no surprise. I would offer you the suggestion to again welcome it in.
Okay.
Find yourself in safe accommodation or safe environment where you can really explore it, where you don't have to hold back to see what's in the container. Kind of
Okay.
like you've lifted a lid off of something, and this innate talent or gift that you have. Some people can be savants and sit down at a piano or pick up a musical instrument and they're playing it like they've played it all their lifetime. Light language is much like that. When you've opened the container, it becomes the language of your soul, your innate spirit wisdom that comes through more on a frequency and vibration rather than words of English that need to be interpreted and understood from the level of the mind and through the ears. Light language is very healing, and you are a healer, beloved.
Thank you.
You are awakening, and you are opening up these aspects of yourself, and let them come, let them come, let them come.
Thank you.
And again, seek some assistance.
And everyone's light language is different, beloved one. Yours is going to sound and feel different than Connie's or Mea Lestra's, right? And so we encourage you to continue to practice it, but practice it on a deeper level. See if you can receive the messages through your own light language and begin to write them down. And then if you would like to experiment with others, have someone sit with you and you bring light language through, and have them give you feedback how it is impacting their physical body, their emotional body, and you can begin to see how you and your guidance will be using this tool, right? Does that make some sense to you? Huh?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Good.
Good.
Hope this has been helpful. Thank you, beloved, for being here.
Yeah. Good job. Nicely done.
All right, Lisa Marie. Hello, welcome.
Hello, thank you. This is my first time, and I'm grateful to be here today. I want I'm open for any guidance. I want to be practically prepared, and so I find myself having the impulse to buy extra food, but I'm also not wanting to project scarcity. And so I know part of this is, of course, spurred by fear, but I don't want to be running fear. I want to shift into love. So I'm wondering what guidance I might receive around the food and my preparations with my what if scenarios.
All right. So for a very long time, Metatron has been encouraging everyone to have some extra, just in case. And so you have some extra canned goods so that you can feed yourself, your family, if there are ever times of lack, right? You have extra water if there ever comes a time where you're going to need something other than what comes out of the tap, right? There's a balance between being in alignment with your guidance as they tell you what you will need, and then kind of going off the deep end. And you'll know. Make sure that you have some extra medical supplies. These things are logical and very logical in relation to where you live. Those that are more remote need to have greater preparation than those that are right in the middle of city, right? And so we encourage you to listen to your intuition and move from there. Keep it out of the head, bring it into the heart and the knowing, and stock your cupboards from there, all right?
And in relation and regard to the thinking mind of scarcity versus abundance or affluence, this is just the mindset. You can just dissipate or dissuade yourself and convince yourself to choose another thought. There is no scarcity if there's no thought of scarcity. And instead there is a thought of assistance and being about spirit's work and spirit's goodness to help and provide for others should the need arise.
Yeah.
So just approach differently your mindset around what it means for you to be, accumulating supplies and resources in the case of an emergency. There are some calamities coming. Your winter is on the horizon. And so you are all best to be a bit more prepared, again, depending upon where it is you choose to live. And if you live in a location, in a geographic environment that could very easily be in isolation, it will be well good to be prepared and to have a great deal of resources, canned food and resources of water. So please just rethink and reframe. And when you find yourself in that, go to God, go to source, go to wisdom, go to your own guidance and say, please reframe this thought for me. And what is good about stockpiling and having an abundance of resources?
Yeah.
Good about it.
Our woman has food storage, and what she does every 6 months is to go through it to rotate it, and she gives some away to the food banks and then replenishes. So it becomes a flow, beloved one, right?
Yes, thank you. And also my family and I live with my parents. We've been wondering if we would be better in moving to Montana, to the other home. Do you have any clear guidance around that?
Well, in the matter of beauty, it's hard to beat Montana, right? But don't go running to Montana out of a fear-based notion. Go because that's where your heart is calling you, right? Go because that's where you desire to live and commune with nature, right?
And if you put the wheels in motion to begin a move to another location, have it be with ease and grace. And if you begin to feel obstacles and it's too difficult or challenging, we just recommend that you revisit it. Just check it out. It seems that it is an access. There's accessibility issues possibly with the Montana place. Be cautious with that. You don't want to get stuck up there.
Right, exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. So grateful to have you here and welcome to the community. Glad to meet you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Naraya, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yes, Ayada.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for being here with us. My question is a little for Metatron. A little bit earlier, you said that this already happened, and I always question reality. So I know that we live. This is not the real reality. This is for me. I feel like an illusion, Maya, and all of that. But could you explain a little bit more what you meant by this already happened? So are we living in our past of our soul?
Right. Well, it's challenging to explain, beloved one, but we will do our very best, right? The illusion is time, right? And so everything is happening concurrently. So in this breath, you're being born, living your whole life, having all of the experiences and dying all in this breath, right? And so what we say when what we mean when we say everything is already done. You've already completed this cycle. Your soul has already walked the path, has already learned the lessons, right? And so it is the human aspect of you that is just kind of catching up, following in the footsteps of your soul, so to speak, right? Because you are more than what sits in that chair. You are divine consciousness, right? You are an aspect of God, God I am. And so there's nothing that's not known, nothing that is, you know, a mystery to you at that level, right?
Are you familiar, beloved, with the term divine blueprint?
No.
So everyone enters into every life form with a divine blueprint. And this is the blueprint of your life's existence, your soul's patterning here in this life. You chose to come here. Certain things are already predefined, predestined for you. And you, no matter if you take a right turn or a left turn, you will end up at the same place eventually. Taking the right turn will give you different experiences than the left turn, but you will end up, beloved, at the same cross point,
Right.
same growth point in your existence. That is a for sure thing. That is part of your divine blueprint. It is already written and laid forth for you. So whether you get married and divorce and have children and get remarried again, all of that is predefined, predestined for you. It is up to us to live into it to the best of our abilities, with your freedom of choice and making the best choices for your soul. We think we make choices for our ego's life, and instead we are making choices for our soul. But if you were given a copy, beloveds, of your divine blueprints at the beginning of your life form as babies and as little children, and told at 2 or 3 or 5 years old exactly what your life experience would be, you may say, not me. That is, I am not going to sign up for that. I'm not going to do that. And so you have the unconsciousness to it, the lack of awakening to it, so that you can make the choices of your free will instead of a consciousness that is trying to manipulate it or change it. Does this make sense to you, beloved?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Indeed. Thank you for being here and being a part of our circle tonight. And the question was a wonderful question. Thank you.
Indeed, it is. Thank you for asking.
All right. We have lots more time, everyone. Does anyone else have any questions that they would like to inquire about? What is going on in your lives? What are you worried about? What is causing you stress or worry or strain?
I have a question, quick question. When do you think the Earth will physically ascend from 3D to 5D? Thank you.
To be a while yet, right?
This century or next century?
Are you speaking of the cosmic Earth, the
Yes,
physical,
the physical Earth.
Gaia
We're in 3D and we're going to ascend to 5D, the Earth. But when will the Earth physically shift to 5D? Because once we get to 5D, there'll be no lower fourth density beings running amok.
All right. Well, the easiest way to explain it is that the Earth, right, is consciousness, and everything that resides upon the Earth is consciousness. And so within this collective consciousness, there needs to be a certain raising of vibration, right? There needs to be different awarenesses, and the ascension process, right, is done in, for lack of a better understanding, steps. And so as soon as everyone upon the planet can be absolutely neutral and have no judgment at all, then you are ready to ascend into 5D.
Yes, but what about what about Gaia, you know,
Gaia.
Agartha? When will that shift to 5D?
she's not going to shift before you do, beloved.
All right, I didn't know
And
that.
when
Interesting.
the consciousness of the people inhabiting the planet begin to care for her in a way where she can shed some of the
Right.
density of what is the energetic density of what's occurring upon her, and that comes through each individual.
Interesting perspective. Thank you.
And so as that rises, you are already rising, you already have the capability of moving yourself consciously into the 5D paradigm, 5-dimensional paradigm when you choose to, even beyond
Exactly.
9th, 10th,
I know
and
that.
12th, whatever
Thank
that
you.
requires. But she is on her way. She is on her way, as you recognized, probably the tipping point is already
Yes.
occurring. There are more conscious beings being birthed upon the planet now than ever before in your history.
Thank you.
And so you can know that you are part of that evolution to help Gaia achieve that. At the same time, beloved, the veils are thinning and more galactics and more heavenly beings and more star brights and indigos are coming to the planet as well to help us. Walk upon
Thank
the
you.
planet as light. Imagine that you are seeding and forming and penetrating light into the earth. That will help her. Your consciousness has more to do with Earth's ability to rise and ascend and move and be birthed into a new consciousness than anything else.
I'm a 9th dimensional Andromedan, so I already know. Thank you.
Beautiful. Then you know,
Thank
then
you.
your work is done here, beloved.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, Samantha, hello. We see your hand up. Good to see you.
Hi again. I want to say thank you. You've given me some advice before, so I appreciate that.
Wonderful.
And I just wanted to know, myself and my mom and I have been going through some health issues and I guess some changes. Like I'm supposed to also be moving out, and I don't know if there's any kind of angel messages about that. And my mom's going through some other changes too. So I don't know if there's anything that can give me some sort of hope.
So is your question, beloved, more about your health or more about the move? Which is
Well,
important?
whichever one kind of comes up that is stronger. So.
All right. So what we are observing, beloved one, is that the levels of stress in both of your lives at this juncture in time are causing a cortisol reaction in the physical body. Now, you know that we're not a doctor, right? But we will say that there are stress responses that occur. The adrenal glands are highly activated and are continuing to flood both of your bodies with adrenaline. And this is a toxic situation when you have too much adrenaline in the body. So to find a way to step back, to get a little space and to begin to navigate or negate some of the stress is going to be positively impactful for both of you in your physical forms, all right? The challenge is that it's almost like you are so connected together. It's almost like you bounce energy back and forth between you. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of you get neutral. And since we're talking to you today, get neutral. Imagine that you're a tree, that you run your energy up and down as opposed to out in a million different directions. And remember to breathe. And it's going to shift everything.
And we do recognize the density of the environment that you're currently residing in, which is the double-edged sword we're seeing of whether you move or whether you stay and have health issues. So one sort of feeds the other. in this context. And if you do some frequency and raising of your vibration to shift the energy where you are, it will be easier for you to be in the environment where you exist right now, for you to be able to look for a place for you to move to with more of a refresh consciousness. In a way, right now, there seems to be an energy of desperation.
Yeah, well, I have to move.
And in
I've
that,
been given notice.
well, in that field, you will find lesser quality and desirable places for yourself to want to reside. You must shift the consciousness and the energy and be more buoyant with your light and your physical form, which is part of what the health issues are. It's weighing you down. See, lower vibrational energies tend to make you feel heavy and dense and keep you mired, and your whole body will respond to that. And so we recommend that you find a practice in the mornings or in the evenings or anytime during the day, quite frankly, where you can shift your energy and play around with it a bit, particularly before you are seeking places to live and before you put the effort out to go and seek a new place to live, where you want to be a vibrational match. And right now your vibration, beloved, is very dense and very low, low on the scale of that temperament. Does this make sense to you? You can find lots of consciousness raising, vibration raising exercises and ways to do that. Breathing, floating in water, being in nature, using sage, taking a shower and having a visualization and memories of everything dense, everything that is not of love and light, just washing down the drain. So please reach out to either myself or to Metatron's woman, and we'd be glad to help you and assist you and give you some tools to begin to shift this density so that you can begin to, it's much like a wet blanket, beloved, that you're living under. So you want to remove that so that you can feel free to find something very compatible with a higher form of vibration, which is who you want to be, who you want to live into.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We are happy to assist you if you reach out to us.
I just have one more question. So I know sometimes I kind of am sensitive. I pick up on all the energies. So I think I know I've been kind of getting messages in a way, kind of like from the spiritual stuff, like medium wise. And, like I feel sometimes I'm blocked, and I'm wondering how, like, that's what to kind of get unblocked, or what like an angel message or something is that I kind of need to know for that. I don't know.
You would be best to pursue assistance with this and enroll yourself in a class or a course to begin to unstick yourself. And get yourself moving in that direction. All of us are being called up, beloveds. We're all, have any of you noticed the month of July, we're all being called to the higher form of our existence. We are being pushed almost to a whole new level of interest. You might find yourself bored with things. It is time, it is time, it is time. Spirit is saying, let's not waste another moment or a week or a day or a month or a breath upon what is not serving you, and get on with the order of pursuing your life's work, your spirit's work. That is our recommendation to you, beloved. I don't know what Metatron has to say.
That's great. Thank you.
Next.
All right, we have Vicky. Hello, Vicky.
Hello, beloved one.
Here she has to unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is personal, but what it also pertains to what is going on with the world. I have some anxiety my finances. The money that I have to basically live off of is in savings, which is mainly in stocks, and those have gone down considerably. Of course, everybody else has too, but and then I recognize with all the inflation, everybody's struggling somewhat with, I guess, some fear of money, anxiety around money, etc. And I guess my specific question is, well, anything that could shed some light or help me with that, I appreciate. But also, most of my investment is in my home, which, thank you, Metatron, for helping me with that. It's more than doubled in 3 years.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, thank you again. I seem to do best with real estate. Maybe I should just stick with that. And so there are things like 1, reverse mortgage, 2, I guess taking out a loan on the house, but you have to have an income, I think, to actually take out a loan. And I don't have any income per se. And then I just received that there's 3 companies that you can borrow against your home, and you can either repay it or
No,
they take.
no.
You don't like that one?
No, beloved one, no. Do not borrow against your home. The financial temperature of your country is really shaky right now.
Right.
So finding a way to pull your finances in and put them in a safe place, right? If anything, you will have your home and the equity in your home. At some point in time, a reverse mortgage might work out for you, but you know at the end that you don't have your home anymore, right?
Well, right, correct.
Right.
I
But
mean, I really don't want to do that.
Right.
I'd rather just borrow against it and then
it is not safe.
pay back. Okay.
Not safe. You will be putting yourself in jeopardy.
And the bigger inquiry is just the financial instability overall within your domain right now, within everyone. Everyone is feeling that it is a time. This is a conscious lifting, raising time for everyone to live more within your means. There is purposeful intent and purposeful good for what is happening within your existences right now. It is global. It is not just isolated to a few. This is happening across your entire planetary realm. It is time for everyone to reevaluate the significance of it. Buy only what you need. It is beginning the paradigm shift of the wastefulness, the gluttony of what has been occurring upon your planet now for over a century, nearly a century. This is a time, this is a consciousness raising opportunity for each and every one of you to begin to look at what you can do to live within your means and make sense of your own life. This is about making smarter choices and investing in smarter entities, whether it is gold or whether it is stock or whether it is land or whether it is real estate. It has to make sense for you. Get some help with it. Do some financial planning for yourself. This is important for each and every person here on this call listening. It is not for just one. Financial security is up right now. It is a lesson for everyone to be engaged in.
So I really just have enough cash if I can't get any other money coming in to last about maybe 4 years. So, of course, and that's 4 years, and that's, I need it for the rest of my life. So any suggestions about having more cash come in or money come in, or
Beloved one, we've already had this discussion.
well, about renting it?
Yeah.
Well, if this is something that you need to pursue more of, Vicky, we recommend that you engage with Metatron or Divine Mother in a private way and have a longer term discussion on what you can do to shore up your financial situation for you personally. But let's right now just speak in terms of how everyone here has to look and manage their own selves. And right now it is live within your means, cut back. Do not be purchasing anything that is not absolutely necessary. And then even then evaluate what is necessary for you so that you can conserve and preserve what it is that you need. And things will shift and change in those 4 years. You will have different options and different choices and circumstances in 4 years, beloved. It's impossible for you right now to know what that will look like, but you must plan as if. Begin to plan as if.
Okay, great.
Is this helpful?
Yes.
Good. Thank you for being here tonight and for the question. It has brought up a lot for everyone here listening, so we appreciate.
Right. That's why I thought I could bring it up. Because it's pertaining to everyone in the world, really.
It is true.
Yeah.
Everyone must bring conscious awareness to it. Thank you.
Be well, beloved one.
Thank you.
All right. We had a hand up, but now they've disappeared. So I'm not sure if there's anyone left. Any other questions that might be of particular concern or worry, or somebody is thinking about something? I hear all your thoughts. Oh, there you are, Catherine. Hello.
Hi. Thank you. Okay. I know the energies that are coming through. There's a lot of changes happening on Earth. And as we're all evolving, I'm wondering, the beings that are here to help us, the beings of light, our guardian angels, and our spirit guides, is this pertaining also to parallel universes?
I do not quite understand what you're asking. You have guidance in this dimension and all dimensions, beloved one. Is that your question?
Okay.
Or
Well, no, I'm asking about a parallel universe because yeah, I'm asking, is the energy, I know I am the God I am, and I'm just asking, is there any, due to the ascension, is it opening up to even more light beings that we can work with in like a parallel universe?
well, there are all parallel universes operating all the time. Your access
Right.
to those parallel universes, beloved, depends upon you. Depends upon
Okay.
your ability to raise your consciousness, your frequency, so that you can travel amongst those multi-universes or those dimensions.
Okay.
If you seek the counsel and inquiry and support from those that are living in parallel universes, or you wish to travel there in an astral way, that is absolutely possible for you. Is your question, is it as challenging, and is it as dense, and it is as shape-shifting in a multiverse right now as it is here? Or is it all love and light and beauty and harmony happening in a multi?
Oh, no. No, it's probably something I should contact you offline.
Right, and you have the ability, beloved, to do your own work and to sit on the banks of the Ganges River and travel anywhere you wish and visit planetary entities and angelic realms, as well as universes on the other side of galaxies that we haven't even witnessed yet. But this takes enormous concentration and self-discipline. And the idea for you to sit within those realms and to receive wisdom from that and understandings in particular is going to require you to do some deep inner work.
Yeah, I get I get that. I think I'm just going to talk to you about what happened and offline.
All right. We wish
All
you
right, thank
well,
you.
and we know you're doing your work diligently, and so we're not surprised you may be having spontaneous experiences that you want to begin to sort out and make sense of.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, who else? Oh, another question. Kellyanne, hello.
Hello. So I was actually just drawn to connect tonight. This is my first time here. And I guess I'm open to hearing any message that's meant to come through. Part of my work is supporting others and raising consciousness. And if there's anything in particular about my work that could help me so that I can help others, perhaps if I'm getting in my way at all, or if I'm not like focusing in a direction that would be most supportive.
So from Metatron's perspective, please make sure that the energy that you're expending to assist others, that there is a balance in receiving, right? For healers, for the empaths, the helpers on this planet, right? It is sometimes not in balance. Make sure that you are open to receive equal to what you are extending. And that would be the biggest thing that we would have to comment today, right? Because it often, when it gets out of balance, my friend, there is what you would call burnout, right? And we would prefer to see you have longevity in the work that you do. So being able to receive is important, right?
And we are noticing and seeing that perhaps you want to pay particular attention to what you are feeling you are bumping up against. Where are you feeling where are you feeling challenged, or where are you feeling pushed or squeezed in a way in your own life? Like what annoys, irritates, triggers you in your life, for you to begin to look at those places and do your personal work around them. So whatever energy who lies upon your table, so to speak, or that person will be a reflection of what is innately going on within you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be opportunistic for you to look at, is there a theme, or is there a constancy with what is showing up on my table in front of me? Mm-hmm. What is that reflecting about me right now, and where my growing edge is? Mm-hmm. What you need to be focused upon. Is this helpful for you?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved. Right. It appears we've expired with the questions again. We will just put out another clarion. If anybody would like to ask a question, now is your chance. We feel questions upon your hearts and minds. And if there's anything you'd like to ask, now would be the time, or you must wait another month for us to return to you in this format. Or you always have the opportunity to contact us at any time when you feel the need to do so. All right. Lisa Marie, you have another question, beloved. Hello, I love the flower behind you. It is a beautiful lotus.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, in the absence of other people asking, my question is, I've really been longing to connect with a romantic soulmate, with a partner in life, but I have not been out in the world in a way to get to know new people. And so my question is, do I already know a person that might end up being a romantic soulmate, or are there things that I could be doing? I've been kind of focused on what's in front of me, but I'm curious if there's things that I should be doing, or things that I should be focused on in healing myself that would help me identify a romantic partner.
Go ahead, Mother.
Well, in many ways, you've already responded to your own inquiry. Is about focus. You are focused on other things. I heard it in your own conversation. So perhaps putting a bit of focus upon this. What is it that you desire? And I don't mean getting all dressed up and having to go out to a, hamburger joint or something to seek a partner, but to put some effort into what it is you want to call into your life. It will require some activation on your part. It's like a transmission. When you are unavailable and shut down, it will show up in that form in your life. So if you are seeking a partner, you must put that out to the universe. You must seek the interest and the interested parties to be a magnet for those to come to you. What it is that you want, even if it is writing down in your journal some of the things that you wish to have, and begin to vision and create a space in your mind and in your heart in particular to say, I am ready, I am making space, I am making room for a significant other, a soulmate, a partner in my life. There are ways and means to do this as well that are active in your life. I have known others who have, already set in motion. They've made space in their closet for their significant other. They've created an area in the bedroom for them to already enter into. So put some focus upon it. Work with your guidance. It is strong in your life. We can clearly see this, and begin to vision up. What is it I must do, beloveds? My archangels, what is it I can do to begin calling in the one that will meet and match me where I am? And certainly there's always work to do, for relationships inherently bring that up, beloved. You will attract, but you want to be at your highest vibrational form when that person arrives on your doorstep, and be ready.
And the key is don't settle, right? You have some brilliant, lovely individuals in your life, but you need to also not only look at the quote unquote good parts of people that you would think to be in relationship with. You also have to look at the parts that are red flags, right? Some red flags you can live with. Some red flags are a deal breaker, right? Please make sure that whomever you decide to give your heart to is all in with you. They're equally invested, right? That they are emotionally available to you, because this is what you deserve. This is what you need, right? And so put that at the top of your list, okay?
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Thank you, beloved. All right. Hi, Myrna. How are you? Good to see you. Go ahead and unmute yourself, my friend. Nice to see you again.
Yes, I'm glad to see you both and everyone else tonight.
Good, good.
I just have my lower back, and I broke my hip in January, and now that whole leg is bothering me, and I just wondered if the guides have anything to say to me about it.
How's your physical therapy coming?
I'm seeing a chiropractor and doing yoga.
But what about physical therapy, specifically isolating and working upon your hip joints and all?
Okay, you think I should go back to them again?
I think you need a professional care and a program that really rehabilitates your hip. This is what I'm hearing and seeing is it is more than just a casual work on it. It is physical therapy that has intention and a focus of healing. There are wonderful practitioners in your area.
I was seeing them before. I saw them quite a while, and then I started doing yoga instead.
All right.
Well, beautiful, beautiful. You know, yoga is a wonderful tool, but you know, you have structural shifts since the breaking of the hip, right? One leg is longer than the other, so whenever you're walking, you are off weighting. And so that is part of what is causing the discomfort. And so working with a physical therapist and a chiropractor, perhaps some acupuncture will help to lessen the pain. But until you can kind of get things balanced, so that you're kind of equally yoked on the right and the left side, it will, you know, it will continue to be a challenge until you can find that, right?
You're going for corrective positioning.
Okay.
And that requires more professional than just the yoga.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Walter, I did see your hand up. We wanted to honor and acknowledge you for the question you may have. Please step forward if you have the question. We love that you're here. We welcome that you be.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So, I was just wondering, question for Metatron. Where is he from? Was he once from Earth, or like where's he from?
All right. So I'll tell you the story that we told our woman, right? That when Source decided to have the experience of duality, Metatron was the first thing created. And Metatron holds the sacred geometry in all things. So everything is created through Metatron. Metatron is not the creator, but the creator uses the energy, the consciousness of Metatron to create what is, you know, all things physical. So we are in everything. Right? Everything that is physical is made up of sacred geometry. And that is why Metatron is everywhere. Our consciousness is everywhere. Right? We did not originate upon this planet. Right? We were created as a building block of all things. Yeah? Does that assist you?
Thank you.
Thank you. So one more question, and then we're going to move on and share some exciting news about angels emerging with you. So Chelsea, you are the final question of the evening. Go ahead and ask your question.
Sure. I was just wondering, you had mentioned earlier everyone has their own spiritual work to do. I was wondering if you could give me a hint on my spiritual work, or what are tools we all can use to figure out our purpose going forward?
Well, the first thing to do, beloved one, is to really have a deep relationship with your guidance. How is your relationship with your guidance?
It's probably not clear enough because I'm not sure what's guidance and maybe what's my ego.
Yes, that is quite a common consideration, right? So where you began is to begin to talk out loud to your guidance, to your team, even if you don't have a name, right? and begin to speak out loud, and then listen, not only with the ears, but listen with how you feel, what you know, any pictures that they show you in the head. And that is really one of the most critical things in the awakening process, because the greater your relationship is with spirit, with guidance, then the easier it is to know what direction they would have you travel with them, right? So that is how you plant your feet upon the path.
Okay.
And you begin to pursue it with passion and action. And you follow the breadcrumbs or the nuggets that will begin to lead you down that. Pick up a book and begin to read it. And as it resonates with your soul, it begins like the unfolding, the unflowering, the blossoming of that which is what you're meant to be and do. What calls to you? Is it sound healing, or is it drumming, or perhaps it's Reiki healing, or perhaps it's just the story of the angels, perhaps it's the Christ family lineage. There are so many different paths, beloved, that you will find yourself in resonance with. But you must follow the breadcrumbs that are meaningful to you. What sparks your interest without even trying? What calls your attention without even an effort? It's the things that capture your attention.
Okay, thank you.
Do that and seek some help.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck. You're headed in the right direction, beloved.
You are here, and that makes a big difference. You are here today in this call, in this container, and this is precisely what it is that we do. So we would like to say thank you to all of you for being here tonight. And we do have classes for all of you seekers beginning in August for each and every one of you that is looking to begin your own experience and your own understanding of what your spiritual path is. We have a beautiful, and they're in a weekend format. We teach on a Saturday and Sunday, a full immersive event, because the little 1 hour here and an hour and a half there doesn't always give you the full container necessary to really pursue the deeper work and really begin to have you solidify and anchor yourself in what is really happening inside of you. So please join us for our August Awakening Your Superpowers, August 27th and 28th. We would love to have you join us, and then follow that up with our Awakening Your Connection to Your Spirit Guides in September and October. They are on our website, and you should also be all receiving emails about this. We have another 3-hour workshop, which is a bit immersive, but in that small container, that bite-sized notion of powering up your chakras. Come and join us for that. Your chakras are the gateway to how you balance and nurture your energy fields. It is essential that you learn to begin to know thyself through these energetic centers. And we're not just speaking of the 7 that we all know and love and are endeared to. We are talking about the many cosmic, as well as the ones that are earthbound, the ones that are in the palms of your hands, the ones that live in the bases of your feet. And so we will explore all of that in Power Up Your Chakras on August the 20th. So please pay well attention to that. And for those of you on the cosmic journey that want the simple bite-sized pieces of the transmissions and the transcendence of the ascension, join us for our Lion's Gate activation and ascension meditation. It will be much like this class. It'll be 90 minutes. It'll be led by Mother Metatron. And that is on Monday, 8/8, which is the Lion's Gate portal. It is the culmination of many portals that have been opening up for us since the 2222 gateway, which ushered us into this year. There are enormous shifts happening right now in this 2022 year, preparing you for your ascension journey, preparing you for what's next, shedding more and more of what does not serve. You will be unrecognizable to yourselves if you pursue this path with vigor, with action, and with passion, and with meaning. Pay attention to your journey. Join in groups like this. higher consciousness living is where it's at. So come be a part of it. Lionsgate, power up your chakras, awaken your superpowers, and awaken your connection to your spiritual guidance. Those are the things we are offering to help you on your path. And there are many here that have taken our classes and courses that can attest to the strength and validity of them, and to the point at which they have changed their own lives. So if any of you want to speak to that right now, we give you the microphone. Or if Wendy, you'd like to share anything about any of the classes I just shared with all our beloveds here.
Well, Metatron is signing off and saying namaste, beloved.
Namaste.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we welcome you as part of our community. You will all receive an email tomorrow, in the next day or two, with all these offerings. You probably received one even today if you signed up through our email on this. It's also posted on our Facebook page and in our community pages that some of you are a part of. So any questions before we sign off for the month of July? It's August next week, if you can well believe it. We are all a bit spinning in our own seats, not quite catching up with it being the 8th month of the year, but here we are. It is zooming by. So any questions, concerns, anything you'd like to know or anything you'd like to know or have clarified before we end our session tonight? Can we do anything for you and serve you for one final moment? Thank you for your lovely messages. We appreciate those.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us today.
So join us and come be more a part of our community and get involved. And we would love to have you shine your brilliant lights out into the world and some. Namaste.
Sony, thank you.
Hey, Sonia, how is it up there? Are you still up in the fire zone?
Yeah, the fire is not headed towards me, so I'm very thankful for that. And we actually have pretty good air quality. It's I can send you a map if you want to know, but just pray for our firefighters and our first responders.
Yes, absolutely. I was thinking of you and I saw the proximity. So blessings to you, and we'll keep our prayers and thoughts around
Give
you.
Judy my love. Mwah.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Chelsea, come play with us. I know you've been wanting to. We'd love to have you join us. So awakening the superpowers is the perfect thing for you. Catherine, we love you. We want to see you. Sorry we missed you Saturday. Naraya, thank you for joining us. Vicky, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. Anne, can't wait to see you in Wyoming.
In Wyoming, we have a retreat coming, everyone.
Right, we didn't even talk about the retreat. Anybody want to go to Wyoming in October?
I'm going. I can't wait. The last retreat was so healing and magical and wonderful. I cannot wait for this one.
And this one will be.
I'm just having the most challenging time getting a flight